Hey guys, we are here today to help the people who are in the process of applying for registration with the Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency, or AHPRA. Our past two videos were related to the topic of nursing here in Australia, so a lot of our viewers were very interested and asked a lot of questions. One of the questions that surfaced a lot was how to register or where to begin. So this is what this video is all about. Here is our guide on how to apply for registration for internationally qualified nurses via the Outcomes-Based Assessment. My name is JC.
And I am Lorraine.
And welcome to our YouTube channel.
So for those who have watched our previous video regarding the Outcomes-Based Assessment, or the OBA, you all know that there are two main pathways to become a registered nurse here in Australia. The first one is to do the bachelor's degree program, and the second one is the bridging program, which will be phased out soon and will be replaced by the Outcomes-Based Assessment. So for those who have not seen the video and want to know what this is all about, just click on the link that should be appearing on the upper right of the video right now. Or alternatively, you can click on the link on the description down below. Anyway, the first pathway, which is the bachelor's program, is not the focus of this video, but we will be discussing it briefly, just so you know, okay? Or just so you have an idea. When doing a bachelor's degree in an Australian university, you should visit an Australian education agent because majority of the Australian universities does not accept direct enrollment, unfortunately. And this pathway is suitable for those who have limited or zero nursing experience. Prior to applying, you don't have to contact AHPRA. You only have to do that once you've completed your course or your program and your university has released your completion letter. Then you'll be able to apply for nursing registration with AHPRA using the AGEN-40 form. So for this pathway, good news, there is no licensure exam or any board exam. The only exam that you will be taking are those that are given at the university, or the small assessment and small quizzes at the university. While doing the bachelor's program, you will be under a student visa, which will be a topic for a whole new video.
Now, let's proceed to the main topic. If you are an international nurse and you have relevant qualifications, and more so if you have nursing experience overseas, I'm sure you don't want to go through another bachelor nursing program where you have to waste 1 to 2 years of your life studying a nursing course again, right? Although the bachelor's program has its advantages, and we will discuss this in another video, we who have done it, we do admit that it is quite lengthy, expensive in a way, and a bit redundant for those people who have actually gone through the nursing course already in their respective countries, or have actually been working in a clinical setting for years as a nurse. So the ideal way really is just to take an exam and get your registration. So that, my friends, is the OBA, or the Outcomes-Based Assessment. So, international nurses who want to do the OBA, first, you gotta download the AGOS-40 form and then gather your relevant requirements or qualifications. For registered nurses coming from New Zealand, you are an exception. You don't need to take the OBA, you just need to download and use the Trans-Tasman Mutual Recognition Form, or ATMR-40. Both of these forms will be linked in the description below. So this is what the AGOS-40 form looks like. We won't go through each item as we will give that responsibility to you, but we will just give you some points to remember in organizing your documents.
So there are about 31 questions on the form, and they are pretty much self-explanatory. And if not, you would see the eye icon on the side of the form, which further explains on how to answer the question. But here are some important points for you to remember. AHPRA requires everyone to demonstrate their English language ability. Not everyone will have to do the English exam, but everyone, even those who are coming from the English-speaking countries, are expected to provide documentation of their English language competencies. We've dedicated an entire video explaining this, both for those who need to take the test and for those who only need to provide documentation of their English language competencies. And the video will be appearing on the top right area of the screen right now. or it will also be linked on the description below. Okay, and the second point is regarding the Certificate of Good Standing. AHPRA requires you to provide a Certificate of Good Standing in every country that you are registered with. Tell the national board that you are registered with to send it directly to AHPRA. So it shouldn't come from you, and it has to be within 3 months from the time AHPRA has received your application. Otherwise, the certificate is invalid. If you have lived in a country other than Australia or have been primarily based there for more than 6 months, since you turned 18 years old, then you have to provide or prepare your criminal history check for that country. We are including this because we have some friends who experience delays because there are certain countries that take so long to process their criminal checks. So to avoid delays, just do it as soon as you can, okay? So AHPRA will require you to obtain an International Criminal History Check, or ICHC, and they only accept criminal checks from 2 suppliers, and that is Fit to Work and AIS International. So we'll put down the links on the description below, so just check them, okay? And then just choose either of the 2, it's up to you. Complete your application and then pay for the processing fee and then wait for the results. After a couple of days, AIS International or Fit to Work will advise you of the results and forward the results to AHPRA. All you need to do is write the reference number that they will be giving you on the AGOS form.
On question number 23, it talks about professional indemnity insurance. Tick yes on this one, but do not forget to actually apply for the professional indemnity insurance, or PII, once you get your registration. Australian national law requires all registered professionals to have this insurance to cover compensation payments and legal fees in the event that you get sued for a mistake you did at work. Mistakes include professional negligence, loss of documents and data, accidental breaches of privacy and confidentiality, medical errors, injuries, or whatever. So this is really important. You need to have at least 450 hours of nursing clinical experience full-time in the past 5 years. So you need to be a practicing registered nurse to qualify for the OBA. The processing fee for your papers to be processed by AHPRA is 887 Australian dollars. Take note, this is not the price of the OBA, as again, we don't have a price for that yet. As per our previous video about the OBA, we will find out soon. The 887 Australian dollars is the payment for the AHPRA to check your papers and then decide whether you can actually take the OBA or just get registered directly. Once you find out, then doing the next step is another cost separate from this. Use black or blue colored pens, okay? And answer everything in block letters, so all capitals. Do not send original documents unless they ask you to. Documents must be in English and they must be certified true copies of the original document. If documents are not in English, it still needs to be certified true copies of the original document, but you also need to provide a translation as per AHPRA's guidelines. This will be linked below. Do not use staples, glues, or any sticky notes on your application. And last but not least, please use A4 sized paper. At the end of the form, on the second to the last page, there's actually a checklist where you can utilize it to help organize your application. When you're ready, submit your completed AGOS-40 form and the relevant documents required via mail to AHPRA's mailing addresses. There is no online application for this, and so here are the mailing addresses for AHPRA. It's also going to be linked down below.
So once you've submitted your form to AHPRA, just wait for their correspondence and they will let you know whether you can apply for registration straight away or you have to do the OBA before applying for registration. Again, the OBA is a 2-step assessment process which involves an online exam and a practical exam, which are both done here in Australia. And for those who are asking, yes, there is a review program here in Australia prior to taking the exam.
Just a clarification as well, and we haven't properly addressed this yet. This is from our previous video. We apologize for a mistake that we said on our OBA video. Thank you so much to our viewer, Jay Quatlo, for actually pointing this out. Thank you. So we basically mentioned in our previous OBA video that the conversion program is just like the bridging or the iron programs, but actually the conversion is more of a bachelor's program that takes only 1 year to do. So you can just submit your papers directly to the university as opposed to what we said that you have to send it to AHPRA, like the bridging programs.
Anyway, someone asked us about the visa or what visa to apply for when one wants to take the OBA. Although someone told us that you can either have a tourist visa or student visa for this. Sorry, we cannot answer these questions because we are not experts on this topic. We suggest you visit a visa consultant for this so you can discuss your personal circumstances, okay? And that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. And if you have any questions and if you have any points to add, please comment it down below so we could help one another.
Also, please share with your friends and your family. Anyone who finds this or you think will find this useful, please share it to them, send it to them. And if you are new to this channel, new to seeing our faces, please subscribe and click the notification bell beside the subscribe button so you will be notified when new videos pop up. Alright? Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Buyers.